If you get the mattress wrong in a Tesla, your trip is ruined. Today I've got the three heavyweights of Tesla car camping: the Snuuzu mattress, the Havnby FlatCore and the Exped MegaMat Auto. I'm testing inflation, pack down and pure comfort. But more importantly, I'm going to show you a hidden design flaw with two of these that will literally leave you hanging if you're over 5'10". Let's get into it. Quick favour before we inflate these, I'm currently working with a major brand to create the ultimate Tesla camping guide, and I want this to be driven by the community. So drop your best Tesla camping tips, gear hacks or setup secrets in the comments below, and I'll be picking the best ones to feature in the final guide. Let's get straight into the inflation race. The timer starts the second the pumps kick on, and the engineering here is completely different. On the right, the Havnby features a built-in 12-volt pump that plugs right into the Model Y. In the centre, the Snuuzu uses a completely wireless, removable battery-powered pump. And on the left, the Exped MegaMat is relying on pure manual labour with its included hand pump. Now, you can buy a separate electric pump for the Exped, but today we are testing exactly what you get in the box. And boom, the Snuuzu takes the win, hitting full pressure in an incredibly fast 66 seconds. Hot on its heels though is the Havnby FlatCore, locking in a very respectable 74 seconds. Both of these make setup completely effortless. Meanwhile, the manual Exped understandably takes the longest. It's a bit of a workout and finally crosses the line at 2 minutes and 31 seconds. But remember, what goes up must come down, and how these three mattresses actually pack away is a completely different story. Because the morning after a trip, you're tired, you want to get on the road, and you do not want to go 12 rounds in the trunk of your car. So let's see the reality. The Snuuzu takes the win at 2 minutes and 23 seconds. But full disclosure, my pump battery actually died right at the end after a long day of testing. So I lost about 20 seconds manually pushing the last bit of air out. Fully charged, this would be even faster. Coming in second is the Exped at 2 minutes 57 seconds. Because there's no pump to suck the air out, you have to fold it and use your full body weight to crush it down. Getting it into the bag is actually really easy because the bag is huge. But wrestling the flimsy velcro strap with one arm while holding the mattress with the other is incredibly frustrating. But the real struggle today is the Havnby, clocking in at 3 minutes and 25 seconds. It has poppers to help fold it in half, but the material feels incredibly stiff and ready to uncoil at any moment. Built-in pump physically gets in the way of rolling it tightly, and the strap is really tough to get tension on. When this first arrived, it was vacuum packed so small that the bag looked absolutely massive. But out in the field, you are never getting it that small again. Instead, it becomes a real fight to squeeze back into the bag and actually get the zipper closed. So Snuuzu wins the pack-up race. But the real question is, once they are finally in their bags, how much of your Model Y trunk space are they actually going to eat up? So into the sub-trunk they go, and the differences here are massive. The Exped slots in effortlessly. It leaves plenty of room around the edges, meaning you can easily stuff some loose clothing or soft gear in alongside it. The Snuuzu is definitely a snug fit. It needs a quick squish to get it seated properly, but once it's in, that sub-trunk cover drops perfectly flat. The Havnby is a different story. Because of that bulky roll we just fought with, it really struggles to fit neatly. You have to aggressively push it down, and even with a hard squish, the sub-trunk cover often refuses to close flush. But ultimately, storage space doesn't mean a thing if you aren't actually comfortable. And that brings us to a massive hidden design flaw that will literally leave you hanging. Let's talk about the gap. In the Model Y, there is a massive void between the folded rear seats and the front seats. If your mattress can't bridge this space, your head is going to be pointing at the floor all night. Starting with the Exped, because it's a standard hybrid air mattress, it has no structural rigidity at the top end. It just folds right down into the gap. To sleep comfortably on this, you absolutely have to buy a headrest extender, or use the parcel shelf hack to prop it up, which actually works surprisingly well. Now, Havnby actually tried to solve this by engineering a built-in inflatable column under the head area. In theory it's brilliant, but out in the field it has two fatal flaws. First, if you like a softer bed and release a little bit of air, that column loses pressure and completely collapses. Second, if you're tall and need to push the front seats forward for legroom, the whole mattress slides forward, the column misses the seat edge entirely, and you're right back to dipping into the void. And this is where the Snuuzu completely separates itself from the pack. The internal structure is incredibly rigid, meaning it bridges that gap effortlessly. Even if you release air to dial in your perfect softness, the head section stays solid as a rock. No extra tools, no parcel shelf hacks, just perfect head support right out of the bag.
Now, let's talk about the geometry of the Model Y.
When you fold the rear seats flat, they aren't actually flat. You're dealing with a 12-degree upward slope.
And if you sleep directly on that, you're sliding down towards the trunk all night long.
The Havnby FlatCore is engineered as a wedge. It's physically thicker at the bottom and tapers to the top to artificially level out that slope. It's a brilliant design if you sleep directly on the folded seats. But here is the massive catch. If you already have a leveling platform installed, like the Fruble ultralight kit I have in the back right now, you cannot use a wedge mattress. If you put the Havnby on top of the Fruble, it actually slants you backwards towards the front seats. So the Havnby is strictly a no platform solution. The Exped MegaMat uses this soft tricot polyester on top. It feels great and very durable, kind of like a premium sleeping bag. But it's spot clean only. The Havnby gives you that classic foam and air hybrid feel. It's incredibly supportive when fully inflated, but again, because of the electronics and materials, if you spill a coffee on it, damn, you're getting out the sponge. Then there is the Snuuzu. The cover material literally feels like a luxury home mattress. But the biggest win for anyone who camps outdoors with muddy boots or a dog, the entire outer cover unzips and goes straight into the washing machine. Because the Snuuzu and Exped are virtually uniform in thickness, they pair perfectly with a level platform. You get a perfectly flat sleep without sacrificing an inch of extra headroom.
So here's my thoughts on who best suits each of these three mattresses. The Exped MegaMat Auto is clearly the base camp all-rounder. It's super lightweight and has a manual pump, making it the only one here that you can easily pull out of the car, throw into a ground tent so that you can camp completely off-grid. And unfortunately I don't have a discount code for the Exped, but it is definitely worth the premium price for those hybrid campers. The Havnby FlatCore is the no platform problem solver. It's perfect if you want a level sleep without having to buy a wooden platform, provided that you aren't super tall given the legroom and head support trade-off. Plus they actually offer a very generous 60 to 90 day return policy, so you can actually try this mattress completely risk-free. If this one fits your setup, use the link in the description and the code THEGREENS to save 10% off your entire order on any mattress at havnby.com. But if you're looking for the ultimate luxury and a free guest bed for your house to boot, the Snuuzu is the clear winner. It wins on maximum comfort, it's the easiest to set up, and it's got perfect head support without any hacks required. And it's also entirely washable. It is so comfortable, it literally doubles as a spare mattress in your house when you've got guests over. Absolutely love sleeping on this thing when my niece or nephew decide they want to stay. Because of this, they are literally flying off the shelves and are currently sold out. But for a limited time, you can get $100 or €100 off if you use the code pre-order by clicking the link in the description below. And if you're watching this from the future and that promo is gone, use code TheGreens and you'll still save 10% on your order. So those are the 3 heavyweights, and there's a very clear winner here depending on exactly how you like to camp. All those links and discount codes we talked about are waiting for you in the description below. Now, once you have your mattress sorted, you actually don't need to spend another penny to start Tesla camping. If you want to see exactly how to set up your car for your very first night using gear you already have lying around your house, click the video right here where I walk you through the ultimate zero gear beginner's setup. I'll see you over there.